Hello and what's up, everybody, and welcome to my NXT review. A lot going on in the show tonight. The Fallout show from NXT War Games last Sunday. If you want to check out the review of it with me and my co-host and whatnot, Kyle Coleman, we go check out the review. It is uploaded online right now. We did talk about the show for at least about an hour and 40 something minutes, if I'm not mistaken. So go check out the NXT War Games review right now. But this is the Fallout show, and we do kick it off with a cage match. Funny, Monday Night Raw starts off with a cage match. Now NXT starts off with a cage match. That's kind of weird, but it was Kyle O'Reilly versus Von Wagner. Von Wagner came out first, but O'Reilly attacked him from behind. This match was, it wasn't bad. The finish was very odd and honestly anticlimactic at the same time. Basically because Kyle O'Reilly did his finisher, and what Wagner kicks out at two, he low blows him, and then like he hits his finish, and it was like that was it. It just felt anticlimactic. I almost didn't feel like the finish. It was just very anticlimactic how it was. The match wasn't as bad or anything. It was a pretty good cage match, but just a very odd finish. Wagner then basically put O'Reilly in like the cheer roll on the ropes and whatnot, basically slamming the cage door about into his face about a few times, basically leaving him on the ground before walking off. Listen, I don't know if this was Kyle O'Reilly's last night in NXT. I'm not really sure if this feud is even continuing at this point. I'm sure people are wondering, is he on his way out the door after tonight? I'm not really sure. I don't know what's still going on with contract negotiations with him, because I know they said it's been on extension apparently. Maybe just to get through this feud, because everybody's wondering if he is leaving. A lot of mostly saying he is leaving at this point just to go to AEW and come on, like I said before, most likely reform Undisputed Era. But I don't know. I don't know. Wagner still has a long ways to go, to be honest. Like, this wasn't bad, but dude is just like another big guy. He's just like generic big guy on here that can't fucking talk, to be honest. And I don't know why O'Reilly's had to carry him in this whole feud in general or team and whatnot. So, like I said, but I don't know if O'Reilly is leaving after tonight. I'm not sure. I'm assuming he is, possibly. So I'm not sure, but maybe this was his last night. I don't know. I don't know, but I don't think this feud is going to continue. If it does, then we'll see him next week. But O'Reilly, though, I'm sure everybody's just wondering at this point, he's going to AEW and everything. So I think that's most likely 9 times out of 10 that's going to happen. So yeah, we'll see if this was O'Reilly's last night on NXT. Um, Joe Gacy and Harlan were in the back, basically kind of promo, talking about the whole match they have for the Cruiserweight title. Gacy said that Harlan is going to be debuting next week, so we'll see what happens there. Braun Breaker came out then, basically, kind of promo saying he had the utmost respect for the black and gold brand. But he did pin champ at War Games, and that makes it 1-1 between both of them, and that he wants a shot at that NXT title. But instead of Ciampa, the Diamond Mine came out. No Roderick Strong. Malcolm Bivens came out, calling him LeBron Breaker and whatnot. And Bivens said, Breaker is the real deal around here. And so, but you're not Roderick Strong, who is the champion. He's ready to fight. And I guess this whole 205, weight limit is lifted at this point. So I guess this is not even a cruiserweight division anymore. It's basically an open weight title, or the X division title of no limits, or like I said with New Japan, the never open weight title. So 205, I guess, is not a cruiser. We're not doing cruiserweights anymore. It's just an open weight belt. So I was wondering that, because I think they've had like NXT guys on 205 Live anyways, but the Cruiserweight division has been dead for a while anyways, to be honest with you. So, um, this doesn't surprise me, because I didn't know where they were going to go with this Cruiserweight belt um, at this point in time. So I guess it's not even the Cruiserweight title, it's just, the 205, or I don't know what they're going to call it now, but it's still the Cruiserweight title. But the 205 thing is lifted at this point. But Breaker basically saying, listen, man, if you don't get out of my face right now, I'm going to throw you into this crowd. Bivens says the Creed brothers are going to stop you from doing that. And that Strong is the champion and whatnot. And that's who you need to go through and whatnot. You talk about going to Ciampa, but Strong's not here this week. And basically the challenge is going to happen. Breaker basically says, I don't have to care how many things I gotta go through to get the Ciampa. I will get to him. He ended up leaving. Next thing you know, Briggs and Jensen came out after that. So yeah, other than the cruiserweight title being not the cruiserweight title anymore, I don't know what's gonna happen. With this, okay? Strong versus Breaker. It should be a good match, but most likely next week, okay? But I think we all know who's gonna go over and stuff. So yes, Scott Steiner and everything, Rick Steiner 2.0, Scott Steiner 2.0, most likely will win next week. The Creed brothers went against Briggs and Jensen. I'm starting to call them now discount Freebirds. The Grizzly Young Vets and Imperium will watch on. Grizzly Young Vets are on commentary. This match, I don't really know what the finish was and all this, which was kind of weird to be honest. What Grizzled Young Veterans get up on the apron and take the unbuckle the turnbuckle of the tag rope, which to get at Briggs and Jensen, but basically it did not work for them because, like Briggs and Jensen end up rolling up one of the Creed brothers for the win after pushing one off the apron. So, with the Grizzly Young Veterans trying to cheat to get them to lose, they end up winning. The Creed brothers, I like the Creed brothers. I somewhat like the Diamond Man also. But shouldn't these guys be looking like savages out there or just looking very dominant instead of taking these weird L's every other week? They don't know what tag team to decide which. They gave, Briggs and Jensen promos, but they've been taking more L's. But they got to win this week, though, this time. So, they got something, okay? Wagner cut this bland promo talking about this War Games has begun for him. Duke Hudson came out wearing like a blonde wig, almost looked like Ric Flair out there, basically talking about what happened last Sunday. He tried to talk about Grimes. Grimes came out. And then next, Hudson's got this like headgear on. It almost reminds me of like the whole Kurt Angle thing when he got his head shaved and started wearing like a wig and headgear when he was going against Edge, which is almost looking similar right now to this whole feud. But Grimes said, everybody saw me shave you bald and whatnot and embarrassed you and stuff. Had to put me through a table. Grimes said, he came back and, you're just afraid of losing stuff. Hudson basically said that he cheated and everything. But how about this no holds barred match next week? So Hudson tried to attack him and Grimes stopped and tried to pull the hair thing down. But Hudson basically got it dodged in. I don't know, Briggs and Gents were in the back then. I guess Jacket Time, Kushida and Jiro showed up. Basically talked about what happened out there. The Grizzly Gun veterans started arguing then. And then randomly, Casey Catanzaro and Kane Carr just walk in. They say, a win's win. We got an extra set of concert tickets. Briggs and Jensen leave. And then next thing you know, like the Jacket Time and Grizzly Young veterans start brawling. So I have no idea what's going on in this segment. And then they show this random woman in like, pajamas and a bunny costume. I don't know if it was a bunny costume, but somewhere in the back sleeping, which I've seen this person sit in the background several times now through segments. What is she doing? I don't know. Okay, I don't know. But I've seen it for a while now. Grayson Waller, I guess, was talking to some girl in the back trying to hit on her. And thought she was going to get a date with him or something. But she ended up going to Eli Drake, LA Knight right there. And then said, you like views, huh? Okay. Do you like this view? So, damn, I ain't gonna lie, that was a clever line he said right there to Waller. Eli Drake did. So he ended up doing that and driving off with the girl. Then, so yeah, you like views, huh? What do you like this view? So that was great. Carmelo Hayes went against Dexter Loomis. Carmelo Hayes' ribs was taped up after War Games. This is actually a good match. I'm somewhat sick of Trick Williams right now. What do? We ended a DQ finish due to Trick Williams getting involved. And getting out of Dodge after, Dexter Loomis hit the Katagame and everything. So they got a dodged in. Next they went back to MSK to unveil the Shaman. And who was the Shaman? It was Matt Riddle. So Matt Riddle was back on NXT, and they were all sitting and meditating and stuff. Riddle basically talking about, how he misses his former partner on here, Pete Dunne, the Stallion, and stuff. What do they call it? The Stallion bruiserweights and whatnot. Not bruiserweight, broserweight. That was the team. Basically, they just stop goofing off. But Riddle say, you got to be MSK all day, bro. I'm gonna do RK, bro, and now I'm gonna help MSK. I'm gonna help you every step of the way, and they want to see what's in the bag and stuff. I guess it was probably weed, bro. Matt Riddle, like, this whole story doesn't make sense to me anyway. I just felt like it was about weed anyways, without saying it's weed. You know, it would have been cool if they got RVD to come in and do this. If they had got Rob Van Dam, that would have been a bigger reveal. Like, oh, it's Matt Riddle, so like he's gonna be on both Raw and NXT right now. Then if they brought Van Dam to bring in like this shaman thing, that would have been cool. Honestly, this whole segment reminded me of a Rascal segment on Impact. That's what it looked like, and they're all sitting in the smoke circle and stuff. But if they got Van Dam to do it, that would have been at least cool to see, and I would have been a little bit more excited. But I'm like, hey, it's Matt Riddle, but it's like, dude, we see you on Raw every Monday with RK Bro. Now you're like this shaman thing, bro. So double duty for Matt Riddle, bro. Um, and stuff. Indy Hartwell and Persia Peroto in the back. Indy talked about how Dexter was back, but Peroto says, listen, man, you've been focused more on Dexter than on the team. We need you back on the team, okay? But we need the real Indy back. And Indy says, you're right, I need to focus on the team because I've been on Dexter. But as soon as he comes in, she jumps in his arms, and then Gargano hugged him because the family's back together because of the weigh-in stuff. Next, Gigi Dolan and JC Jane went against Valenta Faraz and Yulisa Leon. Toxic Attraction, of course, ended up getting the win and whatnot. Mandy got on the microphone saying we still the baddest bitches in town. And, we still have all the gold. And that one was that damn good. No one can stop us. So anybody wants some, you can just bring it. Cora Jade came out. Basically, instead of an arm and a sling, talk about, I beat you a few weeks ago and whatnot, and a war game, so I should get a title shot next. Okay, but Mandy Rose said, you can get your ass Aaron can sell things right now, but Raquel Gonzalez came out with a steel chair then, which Toxic Attraction got him dodge after that. So I guess Cora Jade may be the next challenger until her arm or shoulder is healed. We had Tiffany Stratton video, basically talk about her gymnastics career and going to the best schools, and had her dad pay for this, even going to Team USA. Basically, the whole rich girl type of thing. This almost reminds me of Taya's gimmick, except they actually had Taya, but we're going to use a different girl this time, though. Kind of weird when you think about it. Tony D'Angelo talked about Pete Dunne and what he did at the War Games and stuff, but Andre Chase came up sounding like what you said. I guess he challenged to a match next week. Cora Jade and Raquel talked about what happened out there then, saying she will be champion at one point. Kaylee Reed came in and gave her a baseball bat, saying, like, you're going to need this. No, with the injury state you're in, you're going to need this for protection, okay? But after that, Johnny Gargano, he's not next. Zion Quinn went against Santos Escobar. Pretty good match, especially the big fucking Hurricane Roddy did off the top rope, which got a holy shit jam was big. But as this was a pretty big match, Elektra Lopez ended up slipping Quinn some brass knuckles. Quinn just kind of looked on till the referee saw it, and he ended up getting rid of him. But Escobar got him with the Phantom Driver for the win. After the Legato guys got involved in, as Elektra Lopez looked on. So we'll see what happens with this and still in this feud. But why did she give him the knuckles? I don't know, but we'll see what happens next week. I know Malcolm Bivens was talking about how Robert Strong's the champion NXT in the back until, Carmelo and them saying, like, I'm the A champion. He's only the champion. So that's the title we need to be coming for. I know they showed Candice LeRae and Gargano in the back with their dog. But, in the last part of the show, Johnny Gargano came out to his Rebel Heart, theme song from Before as a Face. And basically, fans chanted Johnny wrestling, but then he says, a heartbreak can say I can go as long as I need to out here. It's not like Chucky's being played tonight. It's another 8 minutes in this show. And basically, his fans chanting, please don't go. Johnny said, it's not going to be the most elegant promo, but he's going to say what he has to say. He likes to live in the moment. And, he was worried about always having a perfect match and perfect promo, and talked about that these people deserve good wrestling. And that when he came to the here in the Performance Center in 2015 for a WWE tryout, they say he would never be in NXT. But William Regal brought him back to do a dark match with Apollo Crews and fans and Johnny Wrestling then, and they brought him back still without a contract. And the fans, the Bruns brought him here, and Johnny said, you gotta help me get the takeover, main events, video games, merchandise, everything. From, his heart, just, a chubby 8-year-old, a wrestling fan and whatnot. And he's had, self-confidence issues before and doubting himself and whatnot. But the only time he felt confident was from the NXT crowd and stuff. And, basically loves this place and why he's still here in NXT. He just loves being here and stuff. He loves NXT, and he thank fans and thank his family at home and whatnot. His mom and dad, which his dad's probably sleeping, but he talked about just thanking everyone from Triple H, Shawn Michaels. To a lot of guys in the back, from Matt Bloom, Terry Taylor, Steve Corino, Jeremy Borash, Vic Joseph, Sarah Amato, multiple accounts of names in the back, okay? People that just made a lot of these segments from the way and stuff. He thanked everybody. Now, change is scary sometimes, okay? And the crowd, telling the crowd that, you'll never fail if you bet on yourself. And he doesn't know what this future holds for him right now. He doesn't. It's in the air. And what will his future be? But he knows in February that he will be a dad. Fans chanted Papa John in, which was pretty funny and stuff. He's just gonna get his son and wash his back one day. But you know, basically he talked about his kid and whatnot and what's going to happen in his future. Grayson Waller showed up, obviously now becoming a big heel after this, hitting Gargano with a chair, wrapping around his neck, putting him in the steel steps, and then power bombing him through a table as fans chanted asshole and piece of shit in the show. So Gargano, like, I can't say he's technically gone at this point. Of course, it was like a bait and switch thing just to mostly set up a match with Grayson Waller. So I don't think Gargano's done with NXT yet as of right now, even though the promo may have looked like it and stuff, and just thanking everybody in the back. And you could almost believe it was, but this was a setup right here. Mm, excuse me, but yes, it definitely was a setup right here with Waller running in and stuff. But Gargano, we don't know what's gonna happen with Gargano now. Like I said, I'm sure contract negotiations still going on. Maybe he'll still be here until maybe after he has his kid and stuff. So I don't know if this is a way to write him off. I don't know what's gonna happen next to Johnny Gargano. I don't know if his contract is up today or whatever. I'm sure people are wondering right now, where is he most likely gonna go at this point? Some are already saying, is it with AEW? Is it with Impact, or is it New Japan, or I don't know, MLW, I guess GCW, Noah, just it's many companies out there right now. Okay, but we don't know if he is signed back with WWE yet. So the question is in the air for both Gargano and O'Reilly to some extent until we find out if they really are gone in that. But some would assume it was just their last nights in NXT though. That's the question. Was it their last nights? I'm not really sure. Okay, I don't think it was a Gargano due to the post attack. O'Reilly, that's really up in the air right now. Maybe we'll find out something tomorrow. I'm not really sure. But other than that, though, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at HoodNight890. Tell what you think about the show. Check out any other reviews that are uploaded right now online. Check those out, okay? But I am done with this my review of NXT. So see you then. I'm out of here. Peace.